Yeah. Share the page like. Here we go. Yay, motherfuckers. Yes. Yes. I had stuff to do this morning, so it was a little bit later than I expected, but we're here. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'd love it. I would love it if you would share the feed. If you would just share the feed right now to all the podcasts and live group places. Let's make everybody go crazy. Here's some music for y'all. I think I'm going to have, today I'm going to have Melissa. Today I think I'm going to have Melissa engineer some new music for this program just so I can press buttons and play, right? I want more sound effects. I want zaps and explosions and shit because I am a big fucking child. Yeah, if you're in a rock and roll band, I know your secret. You're a big kid. We're all big kids here. Because when you're a kid, they tell you could be anything that you want to be. And then as soon as you hit puberty, they tell you to fuck yourself and get a job. Welcome to another episode of William versus the World. Hold on while I order my marijuana for the day. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got for trees? What do we got? Is there any deals? Whoa, that's some scary stuff. That was crazy. You heard that? Guys, I'd love it if you share the feed. We got to go over this goofy thing. I don't even want to cover it. Barclays Festival sponsorship suspended amid protest. I don't want to cover this. Believe me, I don't want to cover this. We're going to cover it, though. I don't want to get into it right this second. I'm still halfway through the joint. And a little bit later, we cover this Blabbermouth article. It's Black Veil Brides. Andy Biersack. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I don't know about Black Veil Brides. I don't know anything about them. I know a lot of people. A lot of people like Black Veil Brides. I'd have to hear a song. I've never heard any of their music. But Andy Biersack on still releasing full-length albums. He thinks it's a case-by-case basis. That's what he thinks. So we're going to get into what he thinks. You know? And then I have this one here. Look at this one, Lex. How to get sponsored in 2024. An idiot's guide to fucking your life up. So we got some of that. We're going to get rid of this one. We got to get rid of that one. Okay. We did Elvis. He's gone. We did that guy. All right, so yeah, we got some good stories. I'd love it if you share the feed. I've been really, every single day, the whole goal here, if you guys have never seen this program before, each and every day, me and the team here, we scour the internet, we scrape, we comb, and we pull out the most energetic, powerful conversations in the music industry, and we put them up right here on the screen. Transparently, so there's no bullshit, so we can read the articles together. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. We all know an equal amount of information going into it. We read the articles. We go over charts. We measure graphs. We look at the numbers. We, go over the English. We define it. We, layer by layer. In the music industry, we look at the top stories, the most powerful stories, each day, every 24 hours, and we put them on the screen, and we talk about them because we know musicians are too lazy to do it on their own. Musicians are too lazy, and they don't have enough time to do the research. Musicians need more time to make music. That's why they get taken advantage of by labels and A&Rs and managers and moguls and chicken hawks, because they're too busy making music or wanting to. If we're not fucking around with the apps, as soon as we wake up in the morning, we all have to log into all of our subscriptions and all of our apps and go make sure everyone's still alive, and all of our daily routines now start with gadgets, and usually it starts with the phone. It used to start with the toothbrush. My day still starts with the toothbrush. How many of you start the day with your phone instead of your toothbrush, you nasty fucks? Some of you out there. And some of you guys out there already are like, yo, what the fuck, man? I didn't brush my teeth in the morning, and William just called me a nasty motherfucker for starting the day with my phone. Now you realize what the problem is with the world. Hans is here? Oh, my God. What the hell? Look what the cat dragged in. My homeboy, John, it's my brother. How's it going? How's it going, John? And also, you know, Sean's a day one. That's my day one. M-Blog in the house, getting ready for Bravo Fest. Everybody, don't forget, in September we have Bravo Fest with our good friends from the M-Blog at Charlie Bravo's. More information on that as we solidify and complete the lineup. We're playing, though. We're coming down. I love Charlie Bravo's. I love Charlie Bravo's, mainly because our whole band is DI. So that really makes playing at Charlie Bravo's really easy because our entire band is DI. We played a hot, strenuous practice yesterday. It was good. We're getting ready for the Road to Rockfest, Wisconsin. So as we get ready for that, kind of all eyes are on Wisconsin and what we need to do for that show and just trying to make that the best we possibly can for people. We're new to stages and festivals that size, so we really want to make sure that our debut, we put on a great impression. Hans is fucking terrified. Look at him. Hans is scared. Can we not be worried about this? Like, are you guys good? Like, my staff members can't be terrified. Not you. You're dark smoochy. This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. This is what we all wanted. We're all going to be careful of what you want because you just might get it. Sean says sharing is caring. I've shared the stream to get it out there. Your cups of coffee and wake up to my boy William. That's what I'm talking about. Just don't burn your lip. Make sure the coffee is at a temperature that's drinkable. I'm never terrified. Let's go full force. Texas style. Love it. Yo, we have so many hecklers like throughout the week. Where are the hecklers right now? Where's all the smart guys that like to talk shit in the comments during the week? When I come on every morning, they don't show up. Everybody knows I go live every morning. All the shit people talk on the internet and social media, why don't they ever show up when I'm live? Huh? We never go to other people's pages and networks. You can't find. I'm going to give you all a challenge. There is nowhere on the internet. There is no video. There's no picture. There's no text messages or screenshots. I want you to listen the fuck up. There is no observable event, measurement, or evidence or proof at any chronological time in history where sepsis, myself or Melissa or the current staff members that are participating at that time, there is, listen up closely for all you goofballs out there who are too terrified to come on and hang out with me live. Look, it's 11:11. Buckle up. As I told you motherfuckers before, there are some people that come over to our page and try to get attention and try to stir the pot in the comment sections. Where the fuck are you today? How come I go on every morning and you guys are nowhere to be found? We have been going live. I think we're the only band that has been going live consistently for 8 years. And we get comments up and down the river, all type of smartasses and experts and tough guys all fucking week long in the comments section. But when I go live face to face right here every morning, you guys are fucking invisible. Where are you? Why can't we meet at eye level? Why does that never happen? Never, ever has there ever been any time in history at any time when myself or Melissa or our professional company has left our offices, has left our justified space, our occupied spaces, networks or structures. Never, listen to me, never has we gone to none of your internet radio stations. Never have we gone outside of our realm and talked poorly, degraded, abused, infringed, exploited, bullied, cyber-stalked, heckled. There is no evidence. There is no time. There never has been a time when myself or Melissa, who have benefited from the great natural gift of music, there has never been a time when we have used the internet or music to lower the quality of another human being's life. So if there isn't any evidence or if there isn't any proof or solid conversation that has anything we can materialize or put on the table or measure or examine, people that stake this claim about us, I am begging you, please provide context. If you're going to come over to our networks, if anybody has any crazy rumors or allegations or anything they want to say to me to my fucking physical face, this is the formal invitation to you. This is the formal invitation. I will buy you a fucking ticket to a show, and you and I can go have a private conversation. Without the audience members, without the social media, without your tough guy friends. If there's something anybody out there in real life or the internet wants to say to me physically, in my physical person, I will buy you a fucking ticket. And you and I can step off behind the building and we could talk about it. But we need to get one thing clear for sure. Not you, not anyone on the fucking internet at no time ever in history has ever had any evidence of me and Melissa treating people poorly or lowering the quality of their life or talking behind people's backs. There has never been a screenshot. There has never been a situation, an event, or a moment when me and Melissa have used our gifts and our talents to lower the quality of another person's life or talk poorly about another person or take from another person. So if you are one of those people, one of those foolish people, that in your imagination, you believe that me and Melissa are the kind of people that benefit from music, and we've spent our entire life loving each other and fighting for the chance to play music and express ourselves, a chance to run our company, and live our birthright, live out our legal birthright as musicians. If you claim that we're doing anything more than that, then you need to provide solid context and get your bitch ass out the comment sections and come and see me in person or provide context or evidence or observational measurements for people online. Period. I refuse to let anybody take Melissa's hard work. I refuse to let anybody take our generosity and what we love to do and try to make it or illustrate it as something other than what we have proven to do in the physical real world. That's the only time I'm going to talk about it here. I felt like it just needed to be said. But I know the internet and fake news and with the elections coming up and people's belief systems and gods and rulers and kings and warlords, we don't do that here. This is not a religious page. This isn't we only believe in one type of people. The human race here. We come in all shapes and versions and sizes. There is nobody better than anyone. Nobody serves any. There's no deities. This is not a religious band. We don't do religion here. We don't do politics. We love everybody. We love Republicans. We love gay people. We love everybody. We love. If you're voting for Biden, we love you. If you vote for Trump, we love you. If you vote for Africans, we love you. If you're a vegan, we love you. We don't care. Even people that don't like us, we like them too. Just shut the fuck up and get out of the comments section. This is not a place. Sepsis is not a place of division, and all the hard work that we've done to unite people, it will never be misunderstood. This band represents diversity. This band is our music, our message, our lyrics, everything that we have ever spoken for, stand by. Any public energy that we have ever inherited or released onto you has been a message of peace and unity. And I will not let Melissa's hard work be misunderstood. There is never, and there never, I challenge the biggest big mouth expert that doesn't like us on the internet to go take all the time you need to track down the most evilest shit that you think that we have ever done. And please stop capping. Shut your mouth, get on your page, and present it for the world, or shut the fuck up forever. And if you don't like anything that I've said, you want to change the physical reality of it, I'll buy you a ticket and me and you can go hang out in the bathroom. Leave your friends at home, leave the audience members. I'll pack up my guitar and you and I could go step in the woods or off to the side. We could talk it out, cry it out, hug it out, whatever, fight it out, whatever you got to do. Lose the audience members, the clout chasing, the rock and roll buddies. If you got something you want to say to me, I'll buy you a fucking ticket. I don't know who raised you motherfuckers. For real. Did we smoke the whole joint? Sepsis is a unity band. We prioritize music, not rumors, not TMZ style drama. The only thing we do is we come online, we promote the truth, we promote ongoing, observable truths. That's the work we do here. So we can't have our work in vain. If there's something that anybody say, if you think that William is a terrible person, I think it should be said. Right? When I talk about allegations from P. Diddy, right? I didn't say that he was guilty for it. I said I think it should be said. I'm challenging people online. You guys got to remember, I went to state prison, and I also, dedicated 17 years of my life behind bars. If you think that I'm terrified of people not liking me, boy, do you have another thing coming. The difference between myself and most of you out there in Candyland is I've done my fucking time. So I don't got no skeletons in my closet, and I don't got nothing to prove to none of you pussies. So I'm going to say it one more time. If there's something evil that you think you can find out about me, because I think that seems to be the case with some people. You guys are dependent on me to wanting to be a good guy or me being a citizen. I don't care about being a citizen. I don't care about being William. I don't care about being on Front Street. I don't care. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I don't have no leaders. I don't have no parents. My parents are dead. My whole family's dead. I don't have nobody that tells me what to do. So guess what? That means I'm unleashed. I don't have no record labels that can stop me. I'm not trying to fit into no groups. I don't care if people think I'm heavy metal. Black people hate me. White people hate me. Christians hate me. I don't give a fuck who likes me or who doesn't. I'm not the type of person. You can't sway me with celebrities. You can't get me with popularity or politics. Nothing. Votes, prayers, nothing. So you can't hope. You can't depend on me being a good guy or a bad guy to make a point on me. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And if you think that what I say is mean, if you think of what I do is evil, suck a dick. I'm evil then. It doesn't matter. I'm not counting on you guys to like me. I'm just me. That's it. Just like the trees, just like the frog, just like the cat, just like the dog. I'm just me. That's it. The judge can't change me. Jesus Christ can't change me. Nothing. The only person that's going to make a decision, that's going to decide, is going to be me. I have zero fear of rejection or acceptance. So when you come to the page and you make comments and you're depending on me being a good guy, boy, you just fucked up. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a nice guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a this guy. I'm not a that guy. Society, all of you in America, society, you guys are all depending on the other guy to be the bad guy. I don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? I never even met my parents before. I don't give a fuck about people like that. Be for real. I'm just a guy that loves music. I'm here to express myself and share my story and help my girlfriend sing the songs. That's what I do. I don't do nothing else. I don't care who systems, who believes stuff. You guys all have the burden of comparing your gods to each other. You guys have the burden of being more heavy metal. You guys have the burden of being society and being citizens and proving to each other that you're good neighbors. I don't give a fuck. I just do what I do in physical reality. I do what I do regardless of the state police. I don't care if Jesus shows up. Ronald McDonald, Chuck E. Cheese, I don't do it. You guys depend on the state police. You guys depend on the governor. You guys depend on who becomes president. I don't give a fuck. You guys need these people to be you as a man. I do not. I don't need that. I don't need it. I didn't grow up like that. I don't need to be black. I don't need to be white. You need to be with your buddies, and you need to be Christian, or you need to be with the Red Sox, or you need to be heavy metal. You need to be whatever you are. I'm not that weak. I don't pray. I don't vote. I don't pray. I don't vote. I don't want nothing for free. I don't like handouts. I don't like gifts. I don't like none of that. I don't even like that. Don't give me shit. I'm not looking for acceptance. That's not why I'm here. I don't want people to accept me. Do you get it? I don't care. Melissa, she might want people to accept her. I can't speak for her. You know, the other people in the band, I can't speak for them. I cannot speak for them. They're different people. They are completely different people. So I can't speak for Robert. I can't do that. Zach's a different guy. You know what I'm saying? Please do not depend on me wanting to be Joe Citizen. It ain't gonna work. I don't care. I do not respect religion, law, moms, dads, people, nothing. I don't care about it. I have a one-on-one relationship with everybody that I meet. I really do.
What would you like?
I'm sorry, I forgot. I want to hang out with some of these people. The only reason why I'm saying that is because sometimes I'll come back from having a great weekend, and there'll be like people that comment, right? It's like, this is my girlfriend's page. You know what I mean? Like, this is her music. We're only online for music. The day that me and Melissa don't do music anymore, we won't be online. Like, I don't know if anybody realizes that. But like, we're not going to stop doing it. We've been doing it for 15 years. So like, we're not going anywhere. We've won lots of awards. We're about to release another record. We get record deals all the time offered to us. We're not going anywhere. Okay. So the people that, and I'll tell you why we're not going anywhere. It's because of Melissa. Because Melissa is absolutely dead ass serious about her vision and her dream. She's so serious that now I'm serious about it. I was just a band member in the beginning of this. We were just buddies, you know? So you guys got to understand, like, that's how convincing Melissa's story, that's how convincing her drive is. You guys don't know her in person every single day. This is one of the, after all the people, police officers and, people in prison and all the rock stars and rappers and gangsters and badasses I know, none of them are half as driven as Melissa Wolf. 100-pound little blonde girl. They're not. In physical reality. All the guys that were going to make it, all my best friends that promised they'd have my back, all the people that said that they were going to keep it real, all people that think that they're authentic, they ain't got shit on Melissa Wolf. So, yeah. So I wasn't gonna cover this Barclay thing. I really wasn't. I really wasn't. So I'm gonna do it. John goes, yo, when you've been locked up with 700 dudes, you lose the fear of people liking you. That's I don't care. I don't like being pretty. I don't care. You need to keep your teeth. You know what I mean? I don't, you see what I'm saying? Like, most of my decisions that I make in life, I go hospital, prison, or death. That's the way my brain works. That's where we go. Look, if you're not going to the hospital or we're not going to prison, then it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear about it. If you don't like our page, if you don't like our stuff here, just get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to repeat the comment that I read this morning because I left it up. And I left it up because it was an anonymous person. An anonymous person that we don't hang out with. We don't talk to these people. I couldn't tell you what they look like if I passed them in a grocery store, type of thing. But routinely we'll get people that come and make accusations. You know what people do with Britney Spears and shit like that. We're not celebrities. That's why it doesn't make sense. So somebody made the comment this morning that, Melissa was me and the band, and Melissa was degrading people. And I said, what type of? That's a big accusation. Because you're saying that I'm using my gift. I almost died in a state penitentiary, and you're trying to tell me that I've invested my entire life to acquire this gift, and you think that I'm using it to be low frequency? So the challenge is that first of all, that infuriates me because I'm a human being. It infuriates me because I'm a human being that promotes authenticity. And when people want to piss me off, obviously, how do you make a guy mad that promotes authenticity? Right? By trying to dismantle or trying to talk poorly about our authentic work. We're not rich. We're not celebrities. We're not, mathematical music geniuses. But one thing Sepsis is authentic. So when you want to pick a fight with us, what better way to do so but attack our authenticity? Because that's the work that we do here. And I'm a human being, and I'm emotional about my work because I've invested in this type of work my entire life, learning how to play, sing, and budget myself so I don't get kicked out of my apartment. Like, that's the truth of it. Like, that's the most human thing I could say about it. So if you really believe that I use my art to degrade people and I use my day, I'm 43 years old, and you really believe as a father and an artist, even though I've been investing in this my entire life, you think somebody as smart as me would consider, as busy as me, you think that I would consider. I've been the most popular kid in school my entire life. You think that I would consider stopping the fucking day to be mean to somebody? You really think that's the type of person that I am? That's strange to me. Because the only evidence that you have of me and Melissa online is sticking up for people and teaching people and being generous and playing for free and getting bands paid. What else have we done? What else represents our body of work? Like when we won the award first time, was that for being mean to people? When I won that gospel award, was that for being mean to people? I won a gospel award. I don't even pray. It doesn't make sense. When we won back-to-back consecutive awards in our 6-state region, was that for being mean to people? How we getting festival shows? By being terrible people? We just must be so terrible that they're inviting us to festivals. I got Mblog in the house right now, and I'm so glad that he's here because we're returning to Charlie Bravo's this year. And everybody knows this is our second time playing at Charlie Bravo's for Bravo Fest. And everybody knows each year Bravo Fest raises money for the veterans. And we've been on projects with Mblog where we've gotten certificates for raising money for veterans. So let's keep it real. Nate's in the house right now. Everybody shout out to Nate. So I've worked with Nate in person, in physical reality, where they've sent us certificates for raising money for vets, where we've helped homeless people, or countless times that we play for free. That's the body of work that me and Melissa do. The body of work that we do is Lexi and Melissa giving away. For 2 years, they gave away free merch and played games with people and spent time with people during the pandemic. Like, that's our body of work. So if you can show anything contrary to what we do out of our public work that represents community and generosity, please stop capping. Get out of the comment sections and put that shit. Let everybody see how terrible me and Melissa are. If you're a band out there and we done something to you, if you're a promoter, if you're a person and we did something terrible to you, what are you waiting for? Stop counting on us to not want you. Like when people blackmail people, they go, hey, I'm going to show everybody what's in this cup, and they expect the other person to not want them to show what's in the cup. Me and Melissa aren't like that. If there's something that you have, find the evilest, most... I'm telling you, somebody screen record this. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please, all human beings on the internet and social media and planet Earth, I will give you a $100 gift card to your favorite place to shop online. If you can get up the meanest, criminal, evilest activity that me and Melissa in the band have ever done to somebody to lower the quality of their life. Let's just get it out here today. I want you to go find the meanest thing that me and Melissa or the band has done to lower the quality of rock and roll bands or other people. Please, I'll give you $100 out of my own pocket today. Go find this thing. Go find this evil deed that we've done. Make sure it connect the dots. Make sure it all fits and it's authentic. And please present a time when somebody caught me and Melissa's hand in the cookie jar. Please, 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 please stop counting on us for you to not show the evidence. I am dying for people to come up with the most evilest thing that my band has ever done. So we could just get it out the way already. What are the flavors? Yo, I want some of that pen.
They got banana OG.
Oh.
Grape cherry.
Oh.
Later
Banana OG. Do I sound like the kind of guy that's mad? Like look at what I'm doing. I know I'm this is what I do on the program.
Your shoulders up like that.
Yeah, I move around like this. It's part of my gig. This is my stage. This is the world stage.
So on the world stage,
This is an entertainment program. Yeah, I'm expressing. Hey, Nate's like, yo, we need more bands. That's what I'm talking about, Nate. The power of community. Now that's real, though. No, but that's authentic. Finally. Come on. No, let me tell you something. No, Sean, all the bands on Facebook and the rock and roll community on Facebook. It's not the rest of the world. It's just on Facebook. That's why I'm giving everybody a hard time. But what I'm saying is everyone is counting on everyone to be, like, generous. Everyone is counting on everyone to be community. Everyone is counting on everyone to, like, support locals. So it's like, and everyone is counting on everyone else to not have no dirt. You know what I mean? Everyone on the internet has got this, like, blackmail persona going on where, like, everyone has dirt on somebody else and you better do what they say or they're going to release, the tea. Like, that's a thing. Like, in rock and roll, in local heavy metal, local heavy metal and hard rock bands fucking hate each other. And they talk terrible about each other. I say it all the time. I know it because I hear it. People talk terrible about us in secret. In private. People have terrible things and rumors and stuff to talk about us. They do it in private. Why do they do it in private, though? I'm asking them to not. I think everybody should talk rumors about us, and I think they should say whatever they really think about us. I do. And I also think, however, though, if you're making allegations about somebody, you're saying somebody did something, I think you're taking a step in a challenging direction, because then you have the burden of really furnishing and showing everybody why what you said is accurate. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why people don't have these conversations in public. People don't host public conversations about sepsis, because if they did, they would be encouraged to come up with observable, circumstances and experiences that could reinforce what anybody says. You feel what I'm saying? But see, let me explain to you. The bands on Facebook, they're all counting on all of their competitors to host a personality where they are good guys, or they are good citizens, or they are lawful, or they are Christian, or they are generically generous and supportive. That is not us. And I'm going to tell you why. We don't have to put on an act here on this page about being generically supportive and generous. because you guys know that we have been here for 15 years going live, booking bands and helping bands and teaching bands and mentoring people for over a decade. You guys know that we can get done with this live, stop the live, and go look at every single post and every video from the last 15 years and look and observe what our career has been. And that's what people are counting on you to not do. Most of these bands that we talk to, they haven't even been around for 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. And they're depending on people to not look that up. Sepsis has the longevity. We have the resume for over 10 years where we've been doing charities, benefits, veterans, homeless shelters, battered women and children, fentanyl, heroin, alcoholism. Dude, not to mention large organizations like CHAD. Me and Melissa have played in prisons, spoken in front of inmates and officials, police, state police. Me and Melissa and Sepsis have done more charities and benefits over the last 15 years, not because we're more generous than other bands, because we've been a band for 15 years and been doing charities, and we can prove it because we recorded our entire career. It's right here on the internet. Anyone can see it. And that's the difference between us and a lot of other bands. They do not have that observable history. And they're counting on you not to look. Yes. Yes. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you. But that, for real, that's what it really comes down to. I don't have the burden. This is what I mean, you guys. Sepsis does not have the burden of putting on an act like the typical social media band, because we have been a band for 15 years and we have been a social media band for 15 years. So we have been recording any ups and downs. We have been documenting from the first day that we ever started the band till the technology of going live came out. This band, unlike any other band on planet Earth, please listen to me. Sepsis has been going live and posting on social media since the beginning and throughout of our career, the entire time, every single day. Not Falling in Reverse, not System of a Down, not Disturbed, not Kitty, not your favorite local band. No band goes live as much as we do, as consistently as we do, for as many years as we have. So what I'm saying to you is, when people make claims about us, I always throw out the challenge. When did it happen? When did you say this, that we did this thing? And people say, oh, I can't really remember, or I can't really recall. And I say, I can recall, because Sepsis's entire resume, everything that we do, everything we say, everything we publish is online chronologically. So if you make a claim about us and you say, in 2014, you guys were mean to somebody, we can go back to what we were doing on 2014. I don't think that's ever occurred to anybody. If you say something like this, for example, Melissa's mean to veterans, okay? If you made that claim, for example, we could say, first of all, the question would be when, and could you provide an experience and measurable observational evidence that we could all see publicly? So you're making a claim in the comment, then we want to publicly observe, and the reason why we want to do it publicly is because we want the world to be able to examine and develop their opinions, not in private, not in secret, to be manipulated. So if you say that William did something bad or Melissa's been mean, say it, and you're going to say that publicly. If you want to say it in secret and be a rumor, that's different. But as soon as it's not a rumor anymore, when you make a comment about something, it kind of stops being a rumor, right? I mean, we're not Britney Spears. We're just regular people. We're like your neighbors. So when you make comments about your neighbors, it's not really rumors at that point. You're accusing. So if you accuse Melissa of saying something poorly or degrading veterans, for example, and you say that publicly, then you have the responsibility of also providing public context. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, William, punched a kid back in '88. Come on, man. Come on, man. For rock and roll, this is the best we could do. This is the best you could do. Like, why aren't you out supporting bands or something? Like, you shouldn't be visiting our page doing that, is what I'm saying. There's much better things to do with your time. So, why have the burden of proof? Why have to go out and run an investigation when you could just mind your business? If you guys don't like the band, or, sometimes I think people wish we would go away or that we were less successful. But no, you should go the fuck away. Stop watching our pages. If I really irritate you that much, stop watching the programs. I only come on for 1 hour a day, and we do reels. If you see me, block the page. We're not one of those bands that hope people like us. Yeah, if you don't like us, get fucked. Yeah, we don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? If we lost 1,000 followers today, it wouldn't bother me. Those are the followers I'm trying to lose. We're just not one of those social media bands that are counting on all the traditional and generic things that Facebook bands want to have happen. Facebook bands want you guys to all believe that we support each other and that we have a community here. No, we don't. They're lying to you. They're fucking lying to you. It's all about clicks and gatekeeping and stepping on people's toes and cock blocking and talking shit behind each other's backs. That's the community of rock and roll on Facebook. That's the hard rock and heavy metal community on Facebook. Rumors, running your mouth, instigating, sounding like an expert in a comment section with no context, with no evidence, with no rhyme, no reason. There's nothing to benefit. There's no value. Just people participating unnecessarily. I don't know. When I don't like shit, I ignore it. Scott says, dude, I am me. At times I'm a nice guy. Then I can and will be an asshole, blunt or honest, loud and proud. If people don't like me, then I could care less. Yeah, that's because you're a grown-up, Scott. You done all the playing that you're going to do. I mean, you get to a certain age, you get to a certain virtue. It's not being mean. It's just being confident, And I think there's a big misunderstanding. I feel like people imagine that maybe I should be having less fun, or I should be upset about my life or something like that. 'Cause maybe some people are. I'm really, and this is going to disappoint a lot of you, so block your ears. If I admit online that I like my life, someone's going to accuse me of being a narcissist. Even though there's no evidence and there's a lot of proof contrary to that. But this is just for an example. But if I was to be honest, and I have some friends here, so I'm going to be. So I have Sean here, I have John, I have Scott, and I got my brother Hans. So I feel like I could be really honest here. I hope I didn't leave nobody out. I'm really excited and happy about my life. And that might be disappointing to some people. Maybe that's intimidating because you were hoping that I didn't feel like that. I love all of the new music that's about to come out. It's fucking awesome. And that might be horrible news for a lot of you. I think the music that we have coming out is some of the best music that we've ever written. And our next album, if it proves anything, it proves that we are nowhere near close to being finished. If there's anything that I have learned about the music that's coming out next, that is, I'm overwhelmingly proud of how much music there is to come in the future. This second album really represents a time for us that we needed to have happen. This second album was really what it means to me and Melissa the second album is really the ignition key to whether or not we were going to continue with Sepsis for years and years. And I'm proud to say that we have again we've written an album that represent and reflects an accurate landmark and time of our lives, and I'm really excited to release this second album because this second album means that we're here to stay. And that could be terrible news for some people. Here's some more terrible news for some people. Despite all the people that claim to ban us or ignore us here on Facebook, it's not made a dent in anything that we do. Ever since we dropped that last lineup and rebuilt our company, we have had more streams, more plays, more awards, more playlists, more shows, more opportunities, more friends, more money, and better living conditions, better stress-free environment that we've had in a long time. And I wouldn't turn anything around. We feel better than ever. We are healthier than ever. The new music sounds better. We are finally working with a band and a staff that is clear and excited about the direction of the band. The people that are working here now also are not trained by me. This is the first lineup and staff that we've ever had that I didn't have to train from the ground up. I didn't have to teach them how to play instruments. I didn't have to tell them about the music industry. Everybody that's in the band now are experienced, trained. They come from other bands. They were professional before they got here. This is just a whole new place. Me and Melissa are more in love than ever. She looks more beautiful than ever. Her voice continues to grow. So this could all be terrible news to people, but we have more followers, we have more subscribers, we have more swarmies, we have more authentic fans than ever, a richer, stronger gaming community. People are kinder. More people are showing up to shows. We're selling more merch. There's more visitors to the website. I mean, whoever doesn't like us, that is fucking terrible news for you. Because we're doing, look, every single day, look, we get packages and I'm ordering pot. And absolutely. Because we live a fresh, free, fine, healthy life. Me and my beautiful girlfriend. And we're just making music, man. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be the best. We're not trying to be flawless. We don't want to be better than other people. We don't believe that we're better than bands. We don't think our music or our skin color is superior. We don't think our ideas are smarter than other people's. We don't use our art and our birthright and gift as a way or ignition key to lower the quality of other people's lives. We don't care who wins the presidency. We don't do goblins, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot. We're just people that make music on the internet. That's it. And we teach people how to not get ripped off. We teach people how to do research. We teach people how to process all of the fucking noise on the internet. So if you don't like me or my personality, you're fucking screwed. Because I'm the asshole that writes all the music. Ha ha. And until Melissa changes her mind, that's going to be it. I'm always trying to tell Melissa to let other people write the music. She won't do it. Isn't that right? Melissa, she just walked in. Prove it. Right. So when the music... She just said it. She said, you can blame her. I quote, Melissa Wolf says, blame her that the writing is the way that it is. So Melissa hired me to write the music. She could hire somebody else. I've told her, you can have other people write the music. She doesn't want to do it. So that means I have a lot of work. So that's why it takes a long time sometimes to get the stuff together because I'm writing it. I'm one guy. I'm a one-man writing team. I never thought about that. That's why I'm quiet. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not normal. Normally, it's like a couple guys, I wish I had somebody to sit. Does anybody want to just sit with me while I write? I think it'd be easier for me. You, yeah, because it's a second set of ears. I'm done writing for now, though. I got one more song I want to do. Usually we do like an extra song, and that will be the song where we're like, do we want it to take the place of another song? I want to do like everything on this album is like mid tempo, but I really want to do a slow song. I really do, man. Melissa, I want to write a slow song, like a real one now. I don't even care if people listen to it. You know what I mean? Let's see, I just want to. I want to take on the challenge, and I want to do it well. I fucked up this whole program today. I've done nothing.
Well, we got power banks.
Wow. So I just want to show them. I just want to show these guys. Look at these. See? Okay. So these are so our phones don't die at Rockfest. They're batteries, and we're gonna plug the phones into them. Cause what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? What if there's no place to charge the phone? There's 50 billion people on that field.
They're gonna be on a field.
What if we can't charge the phone? Do a cover of Muskrat Love. I've never heard of it. John, that's what's up, brother. Yes, a ballad. Yep. I would love to do that. I'm not sad enough, though. Do you need to be sad? It doesn't need to be sad. It doesn't need to be sad. But if you do a slow song, can you guys just give me some feedback real quick? I'm not going to continue on with this Barclay thing. Yes, I'll do this one. But let me just get through this question real quick. If you guys were writing a sad song, would it be scary, sexy? Like, would it be like spooky, sexy, sad? Like, how do you do slow? Okay, and I don't want to tell you what I'm going to do. You guys tell me. So if you do a slow song or epic, right? Like cinematic, like epic, right? So do you do it epic? Is it like big and epic? Are you going to do it like sexy? Are you going to do like scary? Yo, you know what I think? I think all the people that talk shit in our comment sections, Melissa, I think they sleep all day. Because where are all the people all week? They know I go live every morning, and people are so excited to talk shit in the comment section on the weekend, right? Seriously, why don't they come and talk shit here? Or why don't they come to a show? If you wanted to debate with me, right? If you wanted to debate and struggle with me, right? Why wouldn't you just lose the audience, and say, you know what, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. We don't got to fucking beat each other up. Let's not be immature here. I'm being serious. If you had something to work out with me, right? And you were a fucking man, why wouldn't you just buy a ticket to a show or come and have a conversation with me here, right here in the chat? Don't go to my girlfriend's band pages and talk shit. Come and hang out with me. The thing is, Melissa never says anything, at all. It's me. I'm the one that's mean, so come and say something to me. Let's face it. Nobody in Sepsis is boldly as outspoken. Zach's got a very strong and stern, solid opinion on things. There's no question. But being that this is me and Melissa's page, you're going to see a lot of me and Melissa. They obviously don't, they don't live with us. But if they did, you'd see just as much of them, I'm sure. The point I'm trying to make is I'm the big loud one in Sepsis. I'm the one that tells all the radio stations. I'm the one that tells all the labels to go fuck themselves. I'm the one that goes out and does all the research and puts up all the articles and develops, the personality of standing up to companies and corporations. It's me. I'm the one that, on Sepsis that always says, fuck pay to play and all that stuff. Now, naturally, Melissa believes in those things, but I'm saying it. So people that are usually mad at the band, they never say me, Melissa. They'll say, like, those guys were mean. No, how can a whole band be mean to you?
I know, I don't think I wanna.
Like, remember last year, all that rumors and allegations? The band did this, and the band, who? I want somebody to say I did something. I love that shit. Somebody say I did something. That's how you do it. All right. Slow, heavy song about John Lennon and Dimebag. The lyrics are about that. You have a song like that? Can I hear that? Yo, let me hear that, Scott. What the fuck? I'm trying to hear that. That sounds crazy. John says slower tempo songs can be emotionally anything. Sad, brooding, depressing, evil, scary. I have a song written that have so much emotion in them that everyone gets a different feeling from them. Wow. Nate says, I'm not sure about that. I write the lyrics and go with the flow and how the song develops. Okay. You guys know what's up. I've never really written a slow song. I don't know how to do it. I kind of just will the song to come together naturally. Ha, no, I feel you. Damn, man. Wow, that's real. That's real. Yeah, I feel like I'm one of the most approachable guys on the planet. That may or may not be true. I think we all have an image of ourselves that we like people to think of us, and then there's like the real us. I'd like people to think that I'm a safe person. I like people to think that I might be bold. I'm almost 44 years old. I've been through a lot. I might be bold. I've got a lot of survival. I've had a lot of experiences, and we don't expect everyone to have the experiences that they do or don't have. We're usually, as people, expecting people to have the experience, or we're expecting people to not have the experience. And we're usually always fucking wrong. Yeah, so I'm not trying to be immature. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, me biting your fucking nose off. I'm talking about if you really have something you want to sort out with me, I'm a grown man, which means you can come to my show and speak to me in a physical space. I'm comfortable in my physical space. So you have to ask yourself, are you comfortable in your physical space to come and meet with me? That's what you have to ask yourself. Most men are comfortable meeting with me in a physical space. People that lack the confidence to do so run into challenges. So people's problems with Sepsis, it's not the band. They don't know hot sauce. You guys never met Zach. It's not. Melissa doesn't come on here and tell you guys anything but how much a T-shirt costs and the fun she had during the weekend. Let's be honest. A lot of people that don't like the outspoken personalities of the band is because it's energized by me. So why don't you come and fucking stop me then? Yeah, why don't you make me stop then? If I'm such a terrible person, it should be easy to go, energize everybody to stop me and put an end to. Oh, wait, you guys have already tried stupid shit like that and it never works. Yeah, it never works. Because most people are depending on secrets and lies to drive a narrative. And I don't gain my power from secrets and lies. Anybody that has an issue with me, we can meet up. And that's not to be immature. You know what I mean? That's not to say, talking crap. I mean, seriously, I'll buy you a ticket to a show. I'll buy you a drink. We can sort it out. We can walk around the corner and talk about it over there. But without the audience members and the chatting and the bullshit and the girls and everything. Leave the girls and the kids and leave the Facebook pages out of it. You come and hang out with me for a while. Every time I come on, every morning, there's none of the big tough guy commenters. They never show up here. It's so fucking disappointing. So obviously you guys are here for me. I know you guys aren't here to scare Melissa, right? So what do you know what I mean? So what is it? You know what I mean? I know you're not. Tell me you're not here to scare Lexi and Melissa and Hot Sauce and all the little girls and everybody that hangs out with us. Come and hang out and scare me. Pathetic. Guys, I didn't want to cover this, but it just, my commitment to cover the most. I'm just going to do it, all right? Before I say this, before I talk about it, I'm not a religious person. I'm not a political person. I know some of you are, and I respect that. If you align with something, just keep it to yourself, man. It's not important here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to cover the music portion of this. We can have and share some opinions. I don't want to stop people from doing that. But as far as us, taking on behaviors, for the people or institutions that we look up to, let's try to be fair and examine the information as it rolls out in the article. And we'll get there. I don't understand. Is this a bank or something? Barclay Card Festival sponsorship suspended amid the protests. All right. Artists protesting against Barclays' sponsorship of certain UK festivals has resulted in swifter action than perhaps expected. Barclay Card, the subject of protests for its role in providing financial services to defense companies that in turn supply arms to the conflict in Israel, suspended the sponsorship of all Live Nation events for the rest of 24. This comes after a number of artists withdrew performing at festivals, including CMAT from Latitude Festival and a number of bands from this weekend's Download. The UK is interesting. There's some interesting people. There's some interesting people, man, over there. I don't know enough about it. Let's just keep going on here. The suspension of the sponsorship was celebrated. So let's just go back a little bit. They suspended the sponsorship. All right. Apparently, the sponsorship, aided or supported, some of the conflict and the purchasing of weapons in the conflict. We're not in the UK. Let's say that, let's all agree to that, right? Some of us aren't. And these festivals are not in America. And the conflict is also not in America. So that's all I want to say regarding that. Protest group Bands Boycott Barclays said, quote, hundreds of artists have taken action this summer to make it clear that this is morally reprehensible, and we are glad we have been heard. I guess they've been heard. Note that there are caveats here. The sponsorship is suspended, not canceled, and thus Barclay Card may be hoping that this appetite for disruption may blow over. Of course they are. Like, what? Come on, man. During the summer festival season, and that by the next year, attention may have moved on, and this pause of sponsorship doesn't seem to apply to the full Barclay Card sponsorship partnership with Live Nation, just the festival sponsorship part. All right, so so it's only for the festivals. I was just about to ask a question like now before we get into it, I don't know what's going on. And when I say I don't know, it means I'm from America and I don't know. I'm not there. I can read just like I'm doing now. I can read a piece of information off the internet and we can look at that and then we can go look at more pieces of information of what other people said on the internet. We could look at 10 articles of what people have said on the internet and they could all be false. So looking at stuff on the internet or Google doesn't mean you know stuff. You know, glancing over one of these articles doesn't mean you know the music industry. Glancing over Google doesn't mean you have the full panoramic view on any certain subject. It takes weeks, months, seasons, years to learn about certain stuff, man. It takes, that's why William is a scientific person, because with science we have ongoing truths. We don't just reach one truth and then that's the end. With science, you continue to test that truth over time. By applying the science. 2 + 2 = 4, and we could do that over and 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 over. We can test that theory. We can look at it in a lab. Anyway. So I don't know. We don't know every event and terrible thing that's happening over there. You know what I mean? We only know what they're telling us. But what we do know is in the middle of all this are the festival staff who book the artist, who have not only been scrambling to try to replace artists who withdrew and perhaps now trying to rebook them, but who have been liaising with artists who were under pressure to pull out. And of course, also caught in the maelstrom were those artists booked to perform and who sometimes found themselves on the receiving end of vitriolic online abuse, whatever their decision in relation to the emotive topic was. So I guess a lot of bands were damned if they did, damned if they didn't. Entertainment industries like Formula One have shown that it's possible to transition away from sponsors once seen as indispensable and to find even greater success and income. But festivals may find that there are not currently clear criteria for finding sponsors that are willing to pay the large sums they need and be considered to have a clean bill of ethical health. With such contentious issues at its core, venues, events, and festivals will feel the need to more forensically vet potential future sponsors. For the UK festival industry, that's just another financial headache in a year that has already seen the cancellation of dozens of festivals due to the squeeze on already razor-thin profit margins. Wow. There y'all have it. There y'all have it. Then why did they let these companies through the vetting process? Yeah. It's always like that, though. But rock and roll, I know, is notorious for hiring sex offenders, criminals. We do shows on this every day. Don't get me started. I know that the conflicts that are happening, across the ocean, I know those conflicts are awful on both ends, and we all wish it would go away. I know that, for sure. It's awful. Based on what you do or don't know, that I'm sure most common sense people wish that this wasn't happening. I think most people wish those people could go on with their lives already. Everybody. Let me not speak for everybody. I wish all of them could go on with their lives. I do. you know. But at the same time, why aren't we making a big enough protest about artists getting paid? Why are we not making a big enough protest about sex trafficking? Why are we not making a big protest, about taxes? Why, out of all things, I understand that the severity of it, I totally do. I don't want to diminish, I don't want to downgrade one event to swap out something that I care about. But I'm just saying that why aren't we boycotting addiction in America? Why aren't my thing is like let's boycott and be anti-war. I'm comfortable with that. If that's what you're doing, I support that. Anti-fighting, yes. I support anti-fighting. I do. I think that we shouldn't hurt each other. That's my first. I hope that we could do that. You know what I mean? Like I hope everybody could stop doing that, right? But in the meantime, since we can't convince anybody to do that, can we convince ourselves to do anything though? Like let's stop sexually abusing children. Let's stop doing that. Can we all agree? Hey, men, and women, can we all agree? Can all the adults now, whether you're on Main Street or you're in the ghetto or you've got dark skin or yellow skin or bald hair or long hair, can we boycott, beating and raping the kids? Well, how come we never boycott that? Like how about this? Can we boycott pollution? Like how come like these companies are polluting and destroying countries by drilling and digging up all types of stuff so we can play with, gadgets and cell phones and goodies. How come we don't boycott child trafficking? I understand this is a cool thing to stand up for. This is you boycott something so you can start a conversation. How come we don't boycott Spotify? How come we can boycott this? Something happening, a terrible thing. This is a terrible thing that's happening across the seas. How come we can't boycott a terrible thing here? Like, I'm all for it, but why can't we learn from this? Like, look at what they're doing in the UK. They're like, we're not going to play this festival, until we straighten this out. How come we can't boycott homelessness? How come we can't, like, everyone agrees that sexually assaulting children is wrong, right? Why can't we just boycott it then? We're not going to play the festival until you guys stop doing that. We're going to boycott, let's stop using Spotify until they pay artists. Let's boycott homelessness. How come we can I don't get it. The UK bands in the UK are all getting together and they're saying, "Hey man, this is an awful thing. We're not going to go on until we can confront companies that support terrible things." How come we don't get some balls in American rock and roll and take on terrible people? How come we can't take on terrible shit? Those rockers in UK, they have no problem putting their entire career on the line, knowing that something's wrong. That's what we do here in Sepsis. That's what we do here in Sepsis. That's what we do here in Sepsis. And it's also why people don't like us, is because when we see something fucked up, we speak out about it and we put it on the table publicly and we don't avoid public conversations. It's out of our characteristics. Whether somebody accuses us of something or we have something to say, it's out of Sepsis characteristics to not want to talk about that publicly. You can come up with the worst fucking thing to talk about. This page, me and Melissa have no fear in putting it out there. I don't know where I stand on this. I don't have any personal beliefs on the conflict there because I don't know those people. I don't worship their gods. I don't know what they're going on about. I know there's centuries and centuries of layers of fighting that those people have going on. You know what I mean? They have, and of course, all of us are in the middle of it too, and it's confusing, and you got everybody playing a part. You know, I know money's a big issue, religion's a big issue, and you got, you know, elections coming up and all this other stuff, and people wanting to go green, and people wanting to drill, and people want. I know. I'm just your neighbor. I don't really know about none of this shit. You know what I mean? I don't have the ability, not even with the internet. I don't have the illusion that I can pick up a gadget and know what's going on the Gaza Strip. Like, I'm smart enough to know, you know, in my 40s, that I don't have any tools around me that's going to give me the truth, you know, unlayering 2,000 years of the Gaza Strip. I mean, some of us weren't even born when this conflict started. I was born in 80. So there's been fighting going on, you know. You guys already know. I feel bad for all of those people. To me, I look at like all of those people are the same type of people, you know. I feel like they're all cousins and brothers. I feel like they're all people that are together. I don't feel like they're separate people. I see a type, same thing with the fellas over there in Europe that are still fighting. You know, whatever conflict. I don't stand on any side. I don't do that. I'm on the side of humanity. I'm on the side of putting the guns down. That's the side I'm on. However we get there is where we need to get. I don't do that. I don't, you know, if you align with a political view or a religious character or a fictional god or anything like that, I'm not going to make fun of you. You're still a brother to me. You're still a sister to me. I don't care what you guys believe in or what makes you unique. That's up to you. I'm just letting you know I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't believe in none of that. Nobody's my leader. I'm my leader. I'm the only leader I know. The only other leader I had was my mother, and she died in 2019. God rest her soul. But that's it. I don't really have nobody. I don't look up to nobody or have no role models like that. Every day is a day I take on as a biological creature. I'm with the bunny rabbits and centipedes and sea urchins and shit like that. I don't fuck around with man-made ideas or invisible monsters and shit. I don't do it. Yep. The bigger artists are not getting 1/3 of a penny for a play on Spotify. Their labels worked out something so they get more plays in turn for the label pushing them and even generate plays. There's a Brandon knows all that, man. There's a ton of, if you guys want to learn how Daniel Ek has been ripping people off, then you have to look at BitTorrent and uTorrent. Daniel Ek is the CEO of Spotify, and he got his fortune and he made a living from stealing media and music from artists. He's perfected it. If you guys don't know about uTorrent or BitTorrent, it was an internet site, a website, and tool used for people to steal and pirate music. That's where he came from. We can't talk about Spotify unless you want to talk about Daniel Ek. And you can't talk about Daniel Ek unless you talk about BitTorrent and uTorrent. And what are those companies? They are companies that manufacture tools and machine learning to steal media and make it free for its seeders and community users. He's a hacker. He's a fucking hacker. Like, what the fuck? If you was a hacker, you'd have nice Spotify plays too, okay? Some of the biggest Spotify playlists on Spotify are made by Spotify. Get real. We were the first to say fuck Spotify publicly, and you guys are going to find out that all the other artists are going to start saying it soon. Maybe not this year, but as time goes on, remember this. Remember what I'm saying today. Sepsis was the first to say fuck Spotify publicly. And you're finally going to start seeing others throughout this year and next year. And as time moves forward, you're going to start seeing people say fuck Spotify. And I just want you to remind them of who said it first. And we could have said fuck Spotify years ago. Yeah. So I don't play or partner up with organizations that need us to pretend that we have followers. It makes no sense, Nate, for a festival to require a band to have 10,000 Spotify followers. And I'm going to tell you why. It makes no sense for any festival to have a band to play their festival, that band requiring, as a requirement, that band needing to have 10,000 Spotify plays a month. Because, number one, because those plays can obviously be manipulated. And number two, it doesn't matter who's listening to Spotify. If you are the artist, you don't know who those followers are. Do you see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you have 10,000 monthly followers or 4,000 followers. Say you have 4,000 followers on Spotify. Unlike Instagram, unlike Facebook, unlike other platforms, you can't see who those followers are. You can't see their name. You can't see who they are. You can't send them a message. And that's because they don't follow you. They follow Spotify. And Spotify doesn't want you to have the ability to contact your own followers. They want you to be on their device, and they want you to bring the attendance into their platforms and into their technology. But when it comes to the people following you, they're not going to share even your own followers that you have introduced to Spotify. Spotify's not going to tell you who they are. You can't invite them to a show. You can't send them a merch package or send them a thank you. So what good as a requirement for a band to have 5,000 followers that the band can't contact? Be for real, though. I just broke the entire system with one simple 3-minute conversation. It's a silly, silly lottery. It's a silly casino game where only the biggest cheaters win. And pretty soon everyone's going to, and it's going to kill them, everyone's going to say what Sepsis has been saying for years. Everyone is going to say what I've been telling them to say for years, and that's fuck Spotify. And you're going to see more and more people are going to start saying what I've been saying for years. As soon as people have the balls and the guts, as soon as your buddies do it, as soon as there's enough people and you guys have enough people to feel safe and confident to do it yourselves, you're all going to say it. You're all going to say it. If you're not saying it now, you're going to say it. It's like fuck Puff Daddy. It's like we all thought it before, right? Fuck Puff Daddy. We all knew it. But no, I've always said fuck Puff Daddy. Just like I said fuck Marilyn Manson. Fuck Puff Daddy and fuck Spotify. I'm telling you why. Some of you guys need more people. You need more of a popularity contest so you can grow a fucking pair of balls and a brain. I know. The reason why musicians never talk about their experiences and the fucked up shit about the music industry is they're too busy trying to preserve the fucked up relationships that they have. Musicians believe if they speak out and they say fuck Spotify, that they're going to lose the keys to make a living or be a musician. Musicians believe if they stand up for themselves or they speak out about crime and fucked up deals and pay-to-play scams and schemes and getting ripped off by promoters, bands think that if they speak out about that they're going to get punished. Let me tell you something. We were told that if we continue to speak out about Spotify, shitty internet radio stations that are, clout chasing and piggybacking off an independent artist's success, we keep pointing out how many fake organizations and promoters and wannabe role-playing radio stations and A&Rs that are on Facebook that are taking advantage of artists, exploiting artists, and piggybacking and hijacking artists' success. We keep speaking out about these people. We keep telling you guys they're not paying the bands. We keep telling you guys that they're ripping bands off and exploiting the bands. And those same companies and internet radio stations claim that we're banned for speaking out. We have more opportunities and more plays than we ever have. We have had more success. We have had more merch sales and better shows than we ever have. Yeah. It's not that you have to do anything. You don't have to go and tell your distributor to end your contract. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is when you know something's fucked up, just like Barclays, you speak up about it. The bands in the UK, I don't know if what they're doing is the right thing. That's not really what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to draw your attention to a more potent and passionate behavior. And that's if we all stand together and we all use our voices together, that we can make changes in the industry, just like those bands did at the Download Festival. My name is William Savant. This is William versus the World. I appreciate you guys for showing up today and letting me blow off a little bit of steam too, man. I apologize for, not giving y'all a warning. I feel like maybe I should have gave some more context, but you guys give me the space and you guys are generous enough to let me be human, and I thank you for that. I appreciate you. You guys are a big part of my team. I consider you guys all band members and staff here and a huge part of our success in our club. I'll be back tomorrow for more music industry news, social media, and technology. Keep it human, keep it real. Rob, I see you. I see you, homie. Brandon, I see you. Much love to you, brother. This is the road to Rockfest. Let's get it, y'all. Trisha, I see you. Much love to you, Sean. I love y'all. Be cool.